tried the hacks, you've read the self-help books, you've gone to workshops, maybe even conferences, and you're still not feeling the progress of your personal growth journey. You're anxious, you're depressed, you're unmotivated, and you're feeling pretty crappy. Personal development is a rabbit hole. You can go in circles forever. Today we're going to talk about a critical step that most people skip or don't even know exists. We must destroy and demolish before we rebuild and polish. So get out the metaphorical TNT and let's get to blowing this crap up. Done with the self-doubt and the limiting beliefs. Welcome to Season 3 of Roar. 10 episodes on the way. What if I told you that no matter how many life hacks or how many of my videos you watch, you're not going to get very far if your foundation is crumbling. And the foundation of all of us is our self-doubt and our limiting beliefs. If that's not in check, then no matter how much you do on the top, it's going to crumble. It's like building a cathedral in quicksand. You got to take yourself apart and destroy it and build it back the way you want it to be and unlearn the lessons that are superimposed upon us. I call them lions, life challenges. Walk with them. My name is Aubrey Lynch, and I've coached thousands of people from business executives and academia feeling self-doubt to major performing artists who have lost their motivation and lost their way. And they all have one thing in common. Lions, the things in their life that they cannot change. They are running, they are fighting, they are fleeing, they are hiding. It is time to learn to walk with them. And as they do, their lives have more purpose, their careers are more successful, they have stronger relationships, but you have to walk alongside them. Can't ignore them, can't suppress them, can't go over or under them. You have to what? Walk with them. And most of their lions, like you and I, are in their heads. They're not real. And yet they can derail an entire career, an entire life, and stop you from reaching your full potential. Climbing Mount Everest, that's a physical challenge. People die doing that. It's hard. But the voices in our head, getting through those can be even harder. Because you can't run, you can't flee, you can't fight them. They are there. You must change the way you see yourself and look at your limiting beliefs as just that, limiting beliefs, with quotes around limiting, and see if you can deconstruct them, destroy them, so you can move on with your life. Learn to climb out of the box you've been put in and embrace who you truly are by changing what you believe to be true about yourself. As you walk, run, fight, flee through your life, I want to offer you tools to roar, which is to walk with your life challenges with reflection, optimism, authenticity, and resilience, with quotes around resilience, because the more you fall, the better and more resilient you become. But you got to fall many, many times and get up many, many times before you can say you're resilient, and then that journey gets easier. That is self-improvement. It's not about wanting to be better or seeing someone else who's better. It's about taking yourself apart, looking at all the parts, loving the parts, not judging the parts, put them back together the way you want them to be put together, and walk forward in your life and roar. Let's unveil the illusion of limiting beliefs, of self-limitation. So let's crack this myth of self-improvement. It's a rabbit hole. Get real. You can go around and around and around with Alice and the Queen of Hearts. I tried yoga, meditation, Pilates, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Who hasn't? Great book. And I didn't start feeling improvement in my life until I really began to understand who I was and how I ticked and forgave myself for being human. I was not perfect, and I was never going to be perfect. Perfection was an ideal to strive for as a dancer. It's not a way of life. A lot of dancers need to learn that. We have these ideals of being these superheroes, and we arrive towards that. We actually defy gravity, and we're still human. And it's okay when we don't make the perfect line, the perfect turn, the perfect move. That's the beauty of dance, is the art of recovery. And you take the artist on a journey. It took me a long time to understand that I had to give myself permission to not be perfect. Wanting to be better isn't enough. What do you want specifically? What about you do you want to change? Can you write it down? Can you describe it? Can you understand it? Can you get down to the core and root of what it might be? That's the first step, is understanding what's happening with yourself. Only when you can truly understand these pieces and parts of yourself and understand the why behind who you are, does your foundation solidify and you begin to build the blocks of self-improvement and self-development where you start to actually feel better. I've lived this, I've done this, it's taken me decades. Although I am nowhere near where I want to be, I feel like my life has moved forward and I am more conscious. When I'm in a work environment, I can regulate my emotions, I can mitigate my reactions. I'm feeling conscious. My life's not happening by accident. I am very strategic about how my life is unfolding emotionally, spiritually, and psychologically. I made a purposeful choice to make sure I'm walking with the lions that are scaring me, horrifying me, hurting me, deceiving me. And I want you to do the same. Understand and start to demolish that crap in you that you know deep in your heart is not true. This goes back to core values. Understanding what makes you tick, what inspires you, what turns you off, what turns you on is part of the journey. Take your time, explore, give yourself grace, and get down to it. Are you someone that demands respect? If you demand respect, you should know that, because when someone disrespects you, you might pop off, right? If your core value is justice, then right now in the crazy world we're living in, with all the injustice, you're feeling pretty crappy. But if you know that that is your value, then you can go, okay, I might feel the need for justice. It ain't happening out there right now, and I've got no control over that. So I'm going to walk with that mess and know that it's there. Help when I can. Maybe I'll vote in midterms, maybe I'll protest, but I'm not going to let that anxiety of injustice derail my life. That's conscious living, and that's what I'm trying to get you to do on this channel, is understand who you are, and in the moment when you're facing the gun to your head, you can say, I'm impenetrable, because I know who I am, I know why I am, I know where I'm going, I know how to get there. And I'm going to get there on my time, with you or despite you. This is how you begin to talk to yourself, when you really take the time to dismantle and demolish the crap inside of you. Your life are your habits. What you do every day is you. Some of those habits are going to have to change because they're not serving you. You're just doing them because you're doing them. You have to ask yourself, are the things I do every day supporting my true purpose? Are they serving me? Are they serving the world? And if they're not, you got to start chipping away at them and get them out of your life. Procrastination may be perfectionism. If it's not perfect, I'm not going to do it. If I can't do all of it, I'm not even going to try. This could be procrastination. Self-doubt, fear, insecurity could be fear of rejection, and that's real. But if you know that, I'm afraid I'll be rejected, you can tell yourself, I might be rejected, I'm still going to try. Because if I get rejected, I'm going to get over it. Believe me, as a dancer, 85% of performing, either in Broadway, film, television, is rejection. People say, not the right type, too tall, too short, not this, not that. Oh, well, you're not. Very rarely do you walk in the door and go, wow, that's perfect for the part. And so we get rejected. But it's not really rejection. You're just not matching the role they have in front of you. Whether it's a job interview or an audition, you have to match the vision of the person making the hire. And when you understand that, the rejection doesn't feel so bad. So my point is, don't stop yourself because of insecurity. If it is fear of rejection, get rejected and get resilient. Now for the juicy stuff, dismantling our limiting beliefs. What are limiting beliefs? Beliefs that limit you. If you think you can't, you can't. If you think you're not good enough, you've just X'd yourself out. If you think you're not worthy of love, or no one's gonna love me, no one's gonna love you. Who's gonna love someone who doesn't love themselves? Seriously, the things we say in our head limit us. And it's important to understand what they are so you can start destroying them and dismantling them and nurturing them into who you really want to be. We are told by the world who to be. We're told we're this. We're told we're not this, we're not that. There's some standard of human beauty that exists all over Instagram. And if you believe it, you're a fool. It's not real. And you can enjoy it and look at it, at the filters and the pose, the fabulous background, the gowns or the tuxedos. Yeah, it's fabulous. Hooray for them. That does not mean when they turn that camera off, they're happy. So if you compare yourself to a curated Instagram post, you are destroying yourself and destroying your future, and you're not in your greatness. You're not going to reach your full potential. So be aware that we're living in a bubble of standards set by people long, long ago that might not match who you are. And that does not mean you are not a great and beautiful and fabulous person. It just means you're not that. And maybe it's better. Maybe it's better we're not that. Maybe it's better who we are, because the world needs you exactly as you are. But they need a confident, resilient you who has a foundation that's strong so that limiting beliefs are minimal and there's no self-doubt. There's only wanting to try and achieve more and help the people around you. That's what life is. The rest of it's noise. You are not your mistakes. You're not your failures. You are someone who is learning and growing every day of your life, and that's what it means to be human. That noise in our heads, fake news. That's fake news, and it's steering the car. Are you going to believe the lies? Like the world? And see what's happening in the world? The horrors based on lies that we all know are lies? Are we going to tell ourselves the truth and start taking those lies apart and out of our lives? We can't always do that out there, but we can do that within ourselves. And the more we do that within ourselves, the more we model the world we want to live in. We model the people we want people around us to be, and it is contagious. Lies and hate and fear are contagious, so is love and kindness. I believe this. This is why I make these videos. I believe that we can change the world one person at a time, you and me, through love, light, kindness, respect, curiosity, empathy, belonging, all of those words. That's what these videos are for, and that's why you're watching. And I thank you for being here with me. Okay, here's your call to action. Destroy and demolish before you rebuild and polish. And if you can do that and take yourself apart and put it back together the way you want it to be, you will live in love and light, you will have purpose and meaning, and people will follow you. They will envy you, they may not like you. This doesn't mean your life's gonna be easier, it might be harder, but you will feel better about being you. So I dare you, today, try that. Try to think about what's stopping you. Try to think about, is that a real thing? Ask yourself, who do I want to be and what's in the way? And start to understand the answers. Either you're afraid or you don't have the resources. Maybe you're located somewhere. Think about what can change and what cannot change. And what cannot change is what you walk with. What you can change, you get busy changing. And little by little, it gets better. Do not be caught in the rabbit hole with the Queen of Hearts and the Rabbit and Alice and the Cheshire Cat and all those characters that are so great. We don't want to be down there. We want to be up in the world, anchored in reality, doing the damn thing. So get busy and start dismantling that mess inside of you. Just use that as a metaphor. Reframe your challenges or your limiting beliefs as your next adventure. Lovingly and caringly, take yourself apart and put it back together. And this doesn't happen overnight. Take one small step. If you're feeling self-doubt, if you're feeling fear, infuse the why. Understand where that fear is coming from by understanding you. And you will find the fear that you think it is not the real fear. There's no easy way to do this. There's no life hack that's going to suddenly dissolve all of your limiting beliefs. It takes time, so be patient with yourself. The first step is to know what they are, to know why they are, and to start to fuel yourself with anchoring yourself in reality about what's true and about what you can change. And what you can't change, you're going to have to walk with. For now. So we just talked about dismantling limiting beliefs. We're now going to move on to why efforts falter, unveiling common pitfalls, why we fail. It'll be right here once posted. The full playlist is there. There's a list of episodes in the description. We're into season 3. Here we are, season 3. I'm excited. Hope to see you there. Thank you for watching. Remember, reflection, optimism, authenticity, and resilience. And don't forget, it's one planet, one tribe, one world, one love. No matter what the mess says on the news, we are all in this together. There's no way off this planet without each other. I'll see you there.